All right, hello, Sam Cannon.
Hi.
Okay, so what's the purpose of your comic book camp?
Comic Book Camp is to introduce young fans of comics to how do you start to build one? What are the
Mhm.
building blocks of comics? How to create characters, how to lay out your design, and how to make sure you're telling a story that not only you enjoy, but also that other people can understand. I've found a lot of times that when I've tried to make comics, sometimes the sequence of images that I put together doesn't necessarily translate to what the other person's
Yeah.
reading. But the fun thing about that is sometimes we make stories that are meaningful to other people in
Hmm.
ways that we could never imagine. So that's part of the fun is we're going to play with that and
Hmm.
learn how much wiggle room we have between images, between our stories and what other people understand.
Hmm.
And hopefully we just have a lot of fun in between
Yeah.
each of those activities, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. What will the children do? Pretty much specifically.
So a lot of drawing.
A lot of
This is hands on. So
yes.
my goal is that I don't want to be lecturing because I do
Hmm.
enough of that in the college classroom.
Yeah.
We're going to make monsters to start with because
Ooh.
those are really fun and they kind of make themselves. And so we'll start there and then start to tell stories with those monsters. And hopefully by the end of the week, we'll have our whole own little comic book.
Oh, that's cool. So this is all going to be like traditional work, so like paper and pencil and all that, right?
Yes, because a lot of folks don't have access to high end tablets
I get that.
or tech. And so, to make sure that everybody can jump into comics, if we stick with paper, pencils, markers,
Hmm.
crayons, that makes it accessible for
That's how I
everybody.
started off too.
Well, I love teaching comics. It's something that is one of the things that I've really fought for in my career is to be able to teach comic books as a respected, important
Hmm.
art form in our culture and it's something that is accessible to all ages. Many young readers start with comics rather than entire novels or
Hmm.
picture books, and
Yeah.
that's a good step towards
Okay.
comics.
Especially like with manga artists, I've heard a lot. Like they devote themselves like to the whole thing. And I've heard, especially like from a lot of documentaries, like with anime and stuff like that, like so how would you balance like your actual passion, not overdo it to the extent of it actually, bounding you, just actually having that balance, I guess, with that.
Yeah, I think one of the really big challenges with balance is also having discipline, which
Mm-hmm.
is a troublesome
Huge thing.
trait
Yes.
to have to develop. But if you have discipline, that allows you to block off certain amounts of time that are just for art. It
Mm-hmm.
means no cell phone, no
Yeah.
TV,
None of that.
no anything else. This is the time for art, and this is what I'm going to do. And when that time is over, there's other things I have to do,
Mm-hmm.
and stepping into those so that you don't lose who you are as a complete person.
Mm-hmm.
And
While
that's
also having like a second life type deal. Yeah.
yes. And I mean, that's just really challenging with any career.
Oh yeah, it is.
And so learning discipline and self control,
Mm,
they're really tough. But I think that that's key
yeah.
to doing that successfully and
Mm-hmm.
really respecting your boundaries. They have to be balanced with that discipline too.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You
we
have
can
to
have
have
the limits,
yeah.
but then it's like, I'm just watching Netflix all day. Like that doesn't
Yeah,
help
you have
us
to
get
have
anywhere.
boundaries. You have to see what is suitable for you